Yes, a guy would date a girl who has never had a boyfriend. It's not really about that with guys. They don't really care that much whether you've had a boyfriend or not, typically. Other times with guys, it's about how they feel about you and how they think you feel about them. So if you've never had a boyfriend but you have a great personality, you are able to show that, and you are able to keep a conversation going, then that's what the guy is going to judge you by, not based on the fact that you have never had a boyfriend. And the truth is, that's something you really shouldn't be bringing up. It's not really necessary to start talking to a guy and all of a sudden tell him, hey, by the way, I've never had a boyfriend. That's not really necessary, especially if he's not asked you that. It doesn't, because one of the dangers you can fall into because you're insecure about the fact that you've never had a boyfriend is you just volunteer that information without any prompting. You just volunteer that information without him even asking about it. And at a stage that is maybe a little bit too premature. So, when you do something like that, it could give him a sense that you're insecure about it. And that could be something that actually could make him start thinking, well, why is she insecure about the fact that she's never had a boyfriend? Should I be worried about something? Is something wrong with her? Why is she volunteering this information without me even asking about it? So it's really important that you don't fall into that trap of thinking, well, I've never had a boyfriend, so I better let this guy know that because this is something I'm kind of insecure about, and I just want him to know so that I don't have to deal with this question in the future. So maybe you've had situations in the past where you feel like the fact that you have never had a boyfriend has affected your interaction with a particular guy. You feel that it was the reason why that interaction failed, or the reason why this guy, whoever this guy was in the past, stopped talking to you or stopped showing interest in you was because he found out that you've never had a boyfriend. But so that may be the reasoning behind why you're thinking, well, I've had this track record of failure with guys, or I've had this track record of guys who seem to be interested in me and then they're no longer interested in me. It must be because they find out that I've never had a boyfriend. It's very dangerous to make that assumption because that may actually have nothing to do with it whatsoever. Which is why it's so important that you really take account of what your body language is like when you're talking to guys that you're interested in, what you say to these guys, and just the vibe that you give off. Because, like I said earlier, oftentimes what guys will like in a girl, what will make them like the girl, is yes, she's attractive, they find her physically attractive, there's that, of course, but also that they enjoy their experience with them. They enjoy the girl's company. They enjoy conversation with her. They enjoy her behavior, the way she goes about her mannerisms, her characteristics. There's certain things about her that they just enjoy. So they often like the girl. They like her uniqueness. And so when you don't really give them an opportunity to see that, or you don't give them a length of time by which they can see that, and instead you pretty much start this interaction with letting them know, hey, just to let you know, if they've had a boyfriend, then it's almost as if you've not really given them an opportunity to know what you're really about, and instead you've given them this insecurity that you have relatively early in their interaction with you, thereby possibly making them or planting the seed in their mind of, well, why is she letting me know this? I don't really care if she's never had a boyfriend before. She seems cool. Why is she telling me this stuff? Is there something I should be worried about? So when you're dealing with a guy that you actually like, you're interested in him, the both of you are talking, try not to allow the fact that you've never had a boyfriend to get in the way of your personality, get in the way of what makes you unique. Let him see what makes you unique. Let him see your personality. Try not to allow this sense of insecurity that you feel about the fact that you've never had a boyfriend to keep you from showing that side of you. Because again, oftentimes a guy will judge you based on how he feels around you, the vibe he gets, how he connects with you. And that oftentimes has absolutely nothing to do with whether you've had a boyfriend in the past or not. So try not to dwell on that, try not to be insecure about that. Just be you, be who you are, and let your personality come through. And there's a good chance that you'll give whatever guy that you're talking to an opportunity to see that. And with that, he may have absolutely no cause to worry about whether you've had a boyfriend or not in the past. And again, more than likely, he just doesn't care.